So, hello everybody. It's me, Shadow. So, this is my 100 subscriber special for YouTube. I know it's just a Twitch VOD, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it in one take. Why not, right? So, before I get started with what I wanted to talk about today, I just wanted to say thank you very much for actually subscribing to my channel, even though I haven't been uploading anything for a very, very long time. Seriously, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate that. So, today I just wanted to talk about one of my favorite games of all time that I've played on my Xbox, that being the game you're seeing right now. This is Kingdom Hearts 3. I believe about a little less than 2 years ago in 2019. And one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts game that I've played.
What's all this about?
There's quite a few in the series so far. And in case you haven't noticed already, there are Disney characters in this game. You see Goofy, yes, you see Donald Duck, King Mickey, whoops, spoiler. Mickey Mouse is referred to as King Mickey in this game. He is a major character in this story. You heard that right. Mickey Mouse is a major character in Kingdom Hearts. Isn't that wild? Absolutely wild. Minnie is in this game. All these Disney characters that you never would have expected to see in a video game are all in one place. So, it's pretty cool. And it's great to see how Sora interacts with all of them throughout his journey. But what I wanted to talk about specifically are some of the unique things that have been added to Kingdom Hearts 3 that didn't appear in previous games, namely the Formchange system. So, what the Formchange system does is it allows you to change Sora's properties after dealing a bunch of damage with your weapon. You can see the weapon in his hand, that's called the keyblade. I can't get into it too much about what it actually does because this game's story is ridiculous. If you want to understand it more, I suggest you look it up online. But basically, the keyblade is Sora's weapon, and the one you're seeing now is called the Kingdom Key. It's his basic keyblade, and he's been using it ever since day one. Of course, you can change his keyblade, but we're going to talk about that. So, the form changes will charge up as you deal damage, and once the situation gauge that's above the command menu, you can't see it right now because it hasn't gained any points yet, the situation gauge will appear, start filling up, and when it fills up, you'll get a form change command. Almost always. Almost always. On rare occasions, you won't. So, I'm not gonna easy yet, but when the form change becomes available, you press Y or triangle to activate it, and it changes Sora's attacks and properties. He gains abilities, his attacks do more damage, his combos change, sometimes his magic changes. But I don't want to talk about the standard forms in this game, which are Guardian, I believe, Guardian form, Element form, Blitz form, and Strike form. Those four are attached to multiple different keyblades in the game, which are all of these that I'm going through right now. These all have one of those four forms I just mentioned attached to them. You can see this one says Guardian form. Guardian form has this set of abilities no matter which keyblade it's attached to. This one has Blitz form. All these abilities are attached to the Blitz form keyblades, regardless of which keyblade it actually is. Now, the form change between different keyblades will have a different weapon that it changes into. Some keyblades don't even change into a different weapon at all. They just change Sora's property. And those are the ones, in general, that I want to talk about today. So, there's a couple of unique form changes that aren't the four that I already mentioned. And those are specifically what I'm going to talk about today. So that's second form, which is what you get with the Kingdom Key and Starlight Keyblades. This is Starlight. I'll talk more about Starlight later. But second form is what comes with the second form changes Sora back to his Kingdom Hearts 2 clothes and gives him the finishers that acts both from Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. His being Guard Break, Explosion, I believe it's... I don't remember what the third one was called. Let's check. Form actions. Well, yeah, Explosion, I know that. That's a new one. I was talking about Explosion, Ripple Drive, Aerial Finish, and Magnet Burst. That's what I was thinking of. Oh, right. There's more than 4. I'm an idiot. So it's not that one, but Magnet Burst was a finisher from 2. Aerial Finish is a finisher from 2. Hurricane Winder, I don't believe I recognize that one. I think that's one from Kingdom Hearts 1. Ripple Drive is from 1. Lunge and Launch, I don't know that one. Explosion I know is from 2 though. So second form is kind of unique in that it has 3 different finishers that you can use rather than 1. The finisher is just a powerful attack that you use by pressing Y during the form. Consumes the rest of the form's gauge, but you can use it whenever you want, so long as the form doesn't run out. Now, second form has 3 different finishers rather than just 1. The only difference between Starlight and Kingdom Key is that not only are their shot locks different and their abilities are different, but the second form you can see is also different. You see Starlight is second form S, Kingdom Key is just second form. The only difference between the second form transformations is this is the finisher attack, which is Ancient Light on Starlight and Ars Arcanum on Kingdom Key. You play Kingdom Hearts, you probably know what Ars Arcanum is, so I don't need to explain it to you. Let's go fight some enemies. Obviously, you can see I just killed them in 2 hits, but that's because I'm level 99 in a level 8 world. I just wanted to use Twilight Town for demonstration purposes. Now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't be in Twilight Maze because I'll defeat them in 1 hit with this Kingdom Key. Now, to be fair, all my keyblades that I'm going to be demonstrating in this video are completely maxed out in stats, so I won't be able to show the base. But at least you can use the max values to consider for yourself if you want to use them. So I'm going to go ahead and travel to a higher level world. I'm going to have to cut this part out of the video when I upload it, if I can. So I'll be right back. So sorry about that. We're back. Now we are in the level 42 world. This is Tokyo from Big Hero 6. You can see Baymax right there. Yes, I'm not kidding. This is, in fact, the world from Big... Now you don't have access to the entire city, but you do have access to the downtown area. And oh boy, they did an absolutely splendid job with this world, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I need to go find some Heartless. I don't think they spawn during the day, though. So this may have been a mistake, but let's take a look around. It should be somewhere, right? So sorry about that, everyone. I had a bit of a debacle and forgot that Heartless don't really spawn during the day. So I decided to try and come back at night. Here they are. I still do a lot of damage, but maybe I'll be able to get these up a little fast. Oh, I'm still on my data battle set up. Alright, well there's second form. And now you can see, now I'm wearing my Kingdom Hearts uniform. Now you see, the end of my combos have changed. That one at the end right there, that was Ripple Drive. So I'm going to save my form change just for a moment. Oh boy, okay, I didn't realize this guy was here. This should get interesting. Here's Ars Arcanum. Oh boy. What a nice finish. Just so fun to use. team attack really quickly. Honestly, I did not remember that he was here. So you saw that. That was Ars Arcanum that finished. Now I'm going to try and get Ancient Light to activate. Okay, well, he died. No big deal. Now the reason you're not seeing me do slow motion attacks is because I have them all disabled. I had a specific setup made for the Organization 13 data battles, so... Oh, more enemies.
Here we go!
Also, when you transform, your situation gauge resets itself. So, as you can see, that was second form S. It's no different other than the finisher, which I will try to show you as soon as I get it. But it's not easy to get. You fulfill the gauge 3 times.
I bet we'll find some ingredients around
That last
here.
flipping finisher, that is one of the second well, as you saw. Like I mentioned, it changes Sora's properties when you transform. So that's how the form changes work. I'll also mention that I believe the stats on the Kingdom Key are 8 and 9, strength and magic, and Starlight is 9 and 9, I believe. And I was wrong about Kingdom Key. It's 9 and 8. Starlight is 9 and 9. But if you just wanted to see Ancient Light, it's just a massive AoE attack around you that hits all the enemies. So now we're going to move on to the last 3 unique form changes, which come from the Ultima Weapon, Oathkeeper, and Oblivion keyblades. I'm going to equip Oblivion on this slot, Oathkeeper on this one, and Ultima Weapon on this one. So, as far as stats go, Oblivion is 13 and 11 and gives you HP converter, situation boost, and form change extender when fully leveled up. Oathkeeper is 12 and 12, gives you MP converter, form change extender, and situation boost. And Ultima Weapon is the strongest keyblade in the game, 13 and 13, with combo boost, air combo boost, and situation boost. So, the Ultima Weapon is no joke. It is very... I'm going to be doing a lot more damage than I was before. So, to talk about the forms, Ultima Weapon has a completely unique transformation called Ultimate Form that changes this thing from a keyblade into an actual sword that creates more blades when you swing it, and it has huge AoE attacks. It does even more damage than it already did. Pretty intense. Here's Ultimate Form. Also, it has Glide, just like Final Form in Kingdom Hearts. Look at my damage output now. Look at that. That is way more damage than I've seen before. And also, this, unlike second form, is not a tiered form change, so it's not going to give me an extra finisher at the end. Also, why is that gauge going down so fast? I don't remember it being that fast. Well, I'll just go ahead and show you the finisher.
It's over!
Look at that. That does a lot of damage too, and it's great against bosses. Point being, the Ultimate Weapon, definitely strongest keyblade in the game. Also the most time consuming to get your hands on. Way to do a huge side quest, pick up a bunch of Orichalcum Plus items from 7 different sources. I believe 1 you can get from a treasure chest. I'm not going to go over the whole thing in this video. Maybe I could make another one on the whole Ultimate Weapon quest as I experienced it. Which will have to tell. I didn't record any of it, but if you'd like to hear my story of unlocking the Ultimate Weapon, I'd be glad to talk about that in a future video. But either way, definitely the most time-consuming in the game to get your hands on. You also need to collect almost every synthesis item in the game at least once in order to even start the quest, so there's that. Now I'm going to talk about Oathkeeper and Oblivion. Both of these are Keyblade used by Roxas, Sora's nobody. If you don't know what a nobody is, that's also a major story component that I don't have time to explain. But Sora originally had access to these before Roxas even existed, so these Keyblades just became synonymous with Roxas after he wielded both at once. Sora too can wield both at once, but fun fact, he wields them in opposite hands as compared to Roxas. So the Oathkeeper and Oblivion have effectively the same form change, which is light form and dark form respectively. Oathkeeper has light, Oblivion has dark. The combos are kind of the same. There's a few differences in the finishers. You have a full invincibility dodge roll, which is great. You have a barrier guard, which is great as well. And they're also tiered, so if you max out the form change gauge again, then you get double form. Again, you wield both Oathkeeper and Oblivion for maximum damage, teleporting dodge roll, and also a barrier guard. Okay, I'm getting stuck on the floor. By the barrier, you can see this barrier covers 360 degrees around you, no risk of getting hit from behind. Here's the finishers, see that, grounded finisher. The area will have time to run out. But Oathkeeper and Oblivion are mostly identical, but you have some differences, and the important part about those differences is that they're very small, but they can be pretty noticeable. Oblivion lets you earn more HP from defeated enemies. Oathkeeper lets you earn more MP from defeated enemies.
Take this!
I want to start playing one more time. Go ahead and use that. It would be nice to show off the moves, but... Oh, there it is. Well, the finish is the same. Wait, no it's not. Who am I kidding? There's things in the air. I didn't know on the ground for that one. The Oathkeeper finishers are slightly different. And here's double form. And you can see I get to use both Keyblades at once. But the way Sora holds them, Oblivion in his right hand, and Oathkeeper in his left. Or no, it's Oblivion in his left hand. Yeah. This is he holds Oblivion in his left hand, Oathkeeper in his right. That is opposite to Roxas. And that's done on purpose. So double form gives you a nice teleporting dodge, which I can't show off in midair. Can't show off here either. Alright, come on game. Just cut me a break once, please. Cut me one break. Skydive back down here. Wait, it's not doing it. Must be in combat only then. I don't know. But also has a unique barrier guard, a unique reprisal. Oblivion and Oathkeeper also have a unique reprisal. But double form is the same for both Keyblades, so if you equip them both, you can get it twice, which is pretty cool. But, oh yeah, it also changes modes. You can see it's half black, half white. The Oathkeeper light form just changes his clothes to all white with some unique designs, and the Oblivion changes his clothes to all black with unique designs. And that's the tier 1 form changes, by the way. I know I keep jumping around. I know I'm not making much sense, but you know I'm doing this all off script again. So, anyways, in conclusion, these are really the only Keyblades in the game that have unique form changers to them. None of the others particularly do. I mean, sure, every keyblade's weapon is different, but the abilities they gain from the change are the same as at least one other keyblade.
Back at ya!
Now, technically, you could say the abilities that Oathkeeper and Oblivion get are also the same, but there are some differences in the keyblades themselves. That's why I'm not considering them to be identical. Quick attraction right here. My rhythm sucks when I'm tired, by the way. So you can see. Just show off the design of Dark Form real quick. See that? Isn't that cool? You can also see his icon in the heads-up display changes a little bit too. You can see Sora's shoulders don't have the red on them anymore because his clothes changed. Isn't that cool? Square sure paid a lot of attention to detail, and props to them for that. But now that we're done, I think I don't have anything more to talk about. So to those of you who sat through this entire video, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much again for 100 subscribers. I know this isn't very much. I know I could be doing much better for videos, but I don't have any editing software, and I'm very, very busy with school, although some of that's self-inflicted. But we're not going to talk about that. So, anyways, thank you all. Don't expect consistent uploads. That's about all I have. So, thank you. And have a very